just watch.
It's official. I'm live.
I want Pac-Man, Ryan, Toy Review.
You want to say hi, Austin? Stand up.
Mama, don't pause it.
Oh, it's too late. I already started the video. So
No,
today, what's the
Pause, okay?
No, I can't pause it. I could, but I don't. I've already started the video. Okay, you come back in 10 minutes. So today, I was going to talk to you about...
But don't do it now.
Too late. I already started it.
But why? But I never want to turn it on.
You can go turn on your video. You can play that, and then once
But
you
I don't
finish...
know how to spell.
For what?
For
Watch your Kindle Fire for a few minutes.
Pac-Man, for Ryan, Toy Review.
Watch your Kindle Fire for a few minutes.
But I want Pac-Man, Ryan, Toy Review.
Well, if you want, you can bring up the Kindle Fire and I'll help you. So today I was going to talk to you about a lie I tell myself. And I have a feeling that if I tell this lie to myself, then you probably tell that lie to yourself as well. And it's the darndest thing. It's so good. Are you ready? Are you ready to hear this lie that I tell myself and I know you tell yourself? Where's the app, Austin? Which app am I using? This one?
Yeah, this is called Kindle Fire.
Okay, do you want me to type something in here or what?
I want you to type something.
What do you want me to type?
Pac-Man, Ryan, Toy Review.
Pac-Man, Ryan's Toy Review.
Because that's fun
Oh,
to watch.
there you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, the biggest lie that you can tell yourself, or biggest lie that I tell myself, is, I'll say things like, you know,
Mama, this is not much.
what do you mean that's not much?
Because there's not a lot.
That's what you asked me to type in. You want me to type in something else?
Your Pac-Man, Ryan, Toy Review. Because it's like a toy.
Oh, it is. Type in Ryan's Toy Review. You're supposed to say Pac-Man Ryan Toy Review.
Yeah, Ryan, Toy Review.
Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so I was telling you, I was in the middle of telling you about one of the lies that we often tell ourselves. One of the lies I usually tell myself is,
It's supposed to have Pac-Man first and then Ryan and then...
I did. I typed it right there. There's the Ryan and the Toy Review.
But I'm trying to look for my favorite one. That's like a game.
Then you should type in Pac-Man the
Then
game.
you try to collect all the gums and whoever has the most this one's win. And the yellow ball is there's the third so you can catch the ghosts.
Dude, Austin, like, you need to figure out how to type, okay? That's all there is. Okay, so the biggest lie I tell myself is I deny who I truly am.
Hey, hey, Mama.
Hey, you go into the other room, please.
I want to tell you a question.
What's your question?
This one is not Pac-Man.
That's what I typed in. Pac-Man game Ryan Toy Review.
Review?
That's what the name of the show is. Figure it out.
It's supposed to be you.
You what?
Like Ryan Toy Review.
Toy Review. That's what I wrote. Ryan Toy Review. That's the name of his show. Okay, so one of the biggest lies I tell myself is I'll often deny who I truly am. And the things I typically say would be things like, oh, you know, old habits are hard to break. So there's no way I could learn that thing quickly because I've been operating in a different way for so long. Or I may say I might say something to the extent of, oh, there's no way I could do that. There's no way I could step into the energy because I'm so, like I tell myself, there's no way I could step in the energy because I'm so is so uncomfortable. I'm so used to not having it that way. And then I might say something like, oh well, there's no way I could do that because oh yeah, I forgot. Or I don't know, the time just flew by and somehow like the day has passed by and I don't know what happened. So my question to you, there is tears ensuing out here. So the question to ask yourself, Ava. So the question to ask yourself, what? I'm trying to do my video. What's going on? Sorry. Ava, say hi.
Hi.
You have food on your mouth. What's on your face? What's on your face? So the question I was asking you is, I have a secret to tell you, and that secret is you are divine. You are a being of light. And if you really are a being of light, what kind of energy would you step into? You know, like you wouldn't be, what is it, Ava? What is it? What is it? What is it? Huh? What is it? You want down? You want to go potty? Okay, go sit in the potty. Go sit in the potty. That's out there. Potty's out there. She's got potty trained, so she's learning to poop. Go ask Fafa to potty. Go ask Fafa. Where's Fafa? Fafa, help you go potty. Okay, here's the secret. The secret is you are a being of light. You are a daughter of God. You are a part of the multiverse. And if you are that way, how are you living your life? Are you living your life in denial like I was, where I would tell myself that I'm not capable of doing anything? I'm just this human form on this planet doing this thing and just going through the motions, just living this life. Is that truly true? Or, let me close the door. Is that really true? And if, I asked one of my clients this interesting question today, and I asked her, if you truly knew that you are a being of light, you are the daughter of God, you are a part of the multiverse, how would you live your life differently? What kind of energy would you step into? How would you carry yourself? What clothes would you be wearing? How would you be interacting with other fellow souls on this planet? And if you did everything, every single thing you did, every nanosecond, every thought you took, every action you took, everything you said, if you were a representation of God, if you're a representation of the multiverse, if you are a being of light, would it differ from how you are being right now? Would it differ from how you are carrying yourself right now? If it were different, what does that say? That says that you are not truly accepting the fact that you are a being of light. You are a daughter of God. You are of divine. You are of divinity. You are a total powerhouse of cosmic power. And like, this is how powerful you are. When you set an intention and you know how powerful you are, you ask for it and it comes to fruition. Like, I have this thing I do at work, this macro. It never ever works. It never ever works. And so I'll say something like, please make it work. I'm talking to God. I'm talking to the multiverse. And as soon as I barely even think of it, the macro somehow miraculously works. And what does that say about the being that you are? It's not a coincidence. This has happened every single time. I would forget to ask for help, and the macro never ever works. The exact same information is in the macro. I ask for help, and immediately it starts working. It's not a glitch. What it does tell us, in my circumstantial evidence, is you are a being of light. You are a powerhouse. You are a daughter of God. You are, the multiverse is within you. The cosmos, the multiverse, the ultimate crazy multiverse is within you. And if it is, how would you be? How would you be different from where you are right now? What kind of energy would you be stepping into? Because I guarantee you it would not be how you are living right now. There's hair sticking up in my head. You would not be doing anything half-assed. You would not be making excuses. You would not be saying things like if you knew that everything you did was from a position of God, if you knew that you were a being of light and everything you did was holy, you would take everything you did and thought and said very seriously, right? With a lot more awareness and intention that we typically live today. We live in this world where we build these walls up. We're in complete denial of who we truly are. We incarnate into this human form. We completely forget our divinity, the greatness of who we are. And then we go on to proceed to live this subpar life. And then we have thoughts of, why don't I feel worthy? Why don't I feel like I'm doing something important, something that matters, something that serves? Like, I know there is something missing and I can't quite place my finger on what it is. And if you sat with it and you did some soul searching, you did some journaling, if you hired a life coach, you would realize that you are lying to yourself. You are absconding responsibility from the being of light that you truly are. You are denying it. And when you do, you're not living the real version of yourself. You are living a lie. And if you are truly living the true version of yourself, the being of light that you are, the power of the multiverse that you are, nothing would get in your way. Nothing would stop you. There's no way nothing would stop you. You would not be making excuses for anything. You would simply know, if you knew, like, okay, when I asked for the macro to work, do I have a doubt that it's going to work? No, because I know that the multiverse, that God, the Heavenly Father, is powerful. So if you knew that you possessed that kind of power, would it stop you from doing anything? Would it stop you from making millions of dollars? Would it stop you from doing your soul's aligned work? Would it stop you from doing the mission that you came here to do? Something that resonates and is aligned with your soul and your soul's expansion. Would you? Of course not. Why do you think Jesus was able to walk on water? Because he knew. He did not even doubt his power. He didn't doubt his divinity. He didn't doubt who he was. The only thing that stops us is ourselves, our doubt, our fears, all this stuff. But if you just embraced it for a moment, if you would just sit with it and you would just listen to your soul and know within the depths of your soul, you just know that you are divine, you are holy, you are a being of light, you are a child of God, you are a manifestation of the cosmos, of the multiverse. You would not doubt yourself. You would not be having conversations that don't serve you. You would not be limited by this mumbo jumbo, you know? And I think you would live your life in a very profoundly different way. I was talking to my client today, and she was saying, oh, you know, Chuan, like old habits are really hard to break. I've been doing this so long, you know, asking me to change my language and to continue my journaling practice and to do these things. That's a big ask. That's asking me to change a lot of old habits I've held on to for 30 plus years. It's going to take a while. And it could, yes, you could believe that and you could buy that story and you can say, yes, it would take a while. Or you could simply see and think for a second, if I am the daughter of God, if I am a being of light, I am the powerhouse that is a manifestation of the multiverse, would you really be saying these things? Would you really be saying stuff like, oh, you know, I'm just a creature of habit. I'm human. I'm used to like doing things that way. It's going to take a while. In the meantime, the clock is ticking. Time is passing by. Each day, each present, each gift that you're given, you dwindle away and the week passes by and you don't know what in the world happened. You haven't made progress at all towards doing your soul aligned work, the thing you came here to do, your soul's purpose. And you don't know what happened and you don't know why or how, when simply what there is to see simply is imagine. Close your eyes and imagine if you woke up and then you thought, I'm a child of God. I'm a child. I'm a being of light. I'm infinitely powerful. I'm a manifestation of the multiverse, right? You wake up and how would you dress yourself? Well, one, you probably would wear something cosmic, something that really reflected who you are, the best self, the fully expressed self. Maybe it involves a lot of diamonds and glitter and shimmery stuff because that's how home was. Maybe it involves a lot of wonderful colors and flowing fabrics. And, you know, you wouldn't be wearing sloppy PJs, right? And maybe it means you would brush your hair and style it or put on makeup that enhances your beauty or something. And then you could see the glow of your face. Maybe you would sit for a minute and meditate. And then maybe you would set your intentions. You would meditate, get centered, connect to your higher power, and you would set the intentions of the day. And then you would manifest what there was to manifest, and you envision how the day would go, and then you'd go on and do the work there is to do. And every second, every moment, and everything that you did, you would remember, I am a representative of God. I am a child of God. I am a being of light. And if you are, would you be having conversations about, I'm going to do this or that, or I can't do this, I can't do that? No. You would do what there is to do because you have soul work to do. You have soul-centered work to do. You have this soul-aligned life to live. You would not be in your head about things that don't serve you. You would not be having mindless chatter and gossip and conversations about things that are distractions. You would not be bogged down by the busyness of life. You would simply know that you are a being of light. You're here to interact with other souls, which are also being of light, and you're completely made of love, and everything you said and did would come from a place of love. And if you saw any poor soul out there that was suffering, you would realize that they too are a being of light, and they don't remember it, they don't realize it, and the things they are doing is a cry, a desire to be loved. And you would get that, and you would love them anyway. I had my friend, my coach's husband, he had the most profound video yesterday, and his video was about, he calls customer service, and he dreads calling customer service to talk about medical bills and stuff because it's such a chore, he thought. And then here's where the thing shifted. And this is, to me, what it means when you step into the energy of embracing the being of light that you are. He thought for a minute and he said, okay, the other person on the other line, she is out to help me. Her job is to provide customer service so that she can help me with my challenge. Whatever problem I have with my bill that I bring to her attention, she will do her best to resolve it for me. So instead of me taking out my frustration on her, instead of me being annoyed that I have to be on the phone with her for crying out loud, I can appreciate that she is on a mission to help make my life easier and better. And imagine you were sitting on the other side, right? You were this customer service representative, and all you get all day is people being really mad at you and frustrated that their bill is wrong, or they're frustrated at this charge on your bill, and you are doing your best to constantly help the other person so they can get clarity on what there is to get clear about. Imagine if for a change, a customer gets on their line and they're like really nice and they're really appreciative and they see that you are out to help them and you have a deeply transformative conversation with them about it. Imagine how you changed that woman's life because you actually put yourself in their shoes and you actually approached it from a position of oneness, of connectedness, from a position of embracing the being of light that you are. What if our world existed that way, where we're constantly becoming more connected and we have stronger relationships because we are just emanating love infinitely all the time, and we are truly being our beings of light, and we're just sharing our love, and then we actually see things from a position of love, and we see that when people suffer is their cry for love, their desire to be loved. Like, how your world would shift. Can you imagine the conversation you would be having with your spouse, yourself, your kids, your mom, when you are coming from a position of love and you're truly stepping into and choosing to be the being of light that you are? Imagine that. Imagine. So powerful. And I'm so looking forward to hearing what my client tells me next week when she steps into this new role where she, every single second, every single moment, everything she does is so intentional and is so on purpose because she remembers that she is the daughter of God. She is a being of light, and everything she does when she steps into that role and is in that position, she would no longer be doing anything else that would not be a representation of her divinity. If I was coming from that position, I would not be talking about my doubts and my fears and why things are not going to work. I would simply do the work there is to do and set the intention before I do everything. Ask the source from above, the multiverse, our Heavenly Father, for help, and do what there is to do and proceed as if success is inevitable because you are infinitely powerful. You are a complete badass. So choose it, remember it, live into it, and remember that with every interaction, with every word, every thought you have is a reflection of your divine right, your divine truth, the heavenly being you truly are. How would your life shift? How would your life shift? Can you even begin to imagine? So my challenge to you is Friday. The weekend is coming. You can step into it right now, right as I'm speaking with you right now, or you can go to bed tonight, set the intention, and remember that you are a being of light. You are a child of God, and you are going to be a representative for that. When you get up in the morning, how would you carry yourself? You are a being of light. You are a being of love. You're infinitely powerful. You are a manifestation of God. How would you interact with people? How would you live your life? How would you proceed and go about your day? What happens when you meet a so-called stranger, a fellow soul, another being of light on this earth? How would your interactions change? How would you show your love emanating to the other person? How would you approach them with love and care and tenderness and compassion? How would that change? Report back tomorrow And if you don't already know, I am a life coach. I do this for a living. I love, love, love talking with my clients and exchanging this profound energy with them and providing the space and arena for them to truly have access to an incredibly powerful life, an infinitely meaningful life. It's earth-shattering. I manifest every day that my clients appear in my life out of nowhere. So if you're watching this, you're probably going to be one of my future clients. And if you're not sure if I'm for you, you're not sure what a life coach is, or if you could use a life coach in your life, then let's talk. We can interview each other for a few minutes. You can check out my website. You can check out my YouTube channel. You can check out my Instagram page, my Facebook page, all of it. It's all called Soul Elevated Life. And see what there is to see. See if I vibe with you. See if I resonate with you. And see if we're a good match. And if we are, let's do the exchange. Let's do the exchange of energy and have you getting access to your most profound, powerful life. Because remember, you are of the Father. You are of divinity. You are a being of light. If you remember that, how would you live your life? Probably not the way you're living it right now. I, for one, would not be living it how I was living it. So, I send you love, light, and infinite possibility and access to the being of light, the divinity, the child of our Heavenly Father that you are. Here's you living a soul elevated life, sending you lots of love, and I'll see you tomorrow.